Okay, guys, welcome back to another World of Warcraft Classic Plus video that we've all heard already and spoken about to countless end. First things first. I just want to make sure that everyone knows that I have done some of the survey already. I have watched content on it, but I've also sort of like had my opinions maybe changed or altered and stuff. And I just want you guys to know that for me, I want the best for Classic Plus. I'm not sure if I actually want Classic Plus. This is going to be my first big claim, because I did like SOD. And there are many things I like about Classic, and I want it to be what the majority of people want. My first suggestion would be to actually have it, like just like Jordy's survey, to have it be voted, like once Blizzard has an official account. And I want there to be a proper like let's say we have to purchase Classic Plus, right? I want there to be a sort of, you purchase it, you get in, and then you have to pay for it. Like not pay for the survey, but like once you've paid for Classic Plus and you've invested that time into it, maybe you have to play till a certain level. Then you have the rights to vote on a poll, and it should be an official poll by Blizzard. Blizzard should have these polls going out for any big changes. Like, I give you an example, like, should Paladins have Crusader Strike? And like, maybe that should be just a default, but maybe we can poll if they should have Divine Storm at a certain level. Maybe like at level 40, we can have them get another Talents or unlock Divine Storm some way. Okay? It should just be a Retribution thing as well. I don't think Holy or whatever. And then we can debate if it's like, should it be like Wrath, or should it be like where, you know, I think Wrath's Divine Storm can heal, for example. Because for me, I'm not a Paladin player, but I did like Wrath Retribution. It's actually my favorite Wrath class. It felt like a hero class. And I feel like, for me, that is what Paladin is. Like Red Paladin. I love Holy and Vanilla and stuff, you know. And like with Prop Paladin, like, you know, you get a taunt in TBC and they're really good. So, you know, like... And I feel like there's a way to make each class kind of enjoyable. And I think that's the biggest thing with Classic, is that you need to have it be not homogenized to an extreme. Like, every class doesn't need to have a whirlwind or good at AoE. Like, I'm not asking, I might play Rogue and I don't want AoE on my Rogue. I'm happy with having, you know, what's it called? I forgot, I already forgot what it is, because I actually don't play that much Rogue. But it's the class I wanted to play for the longest while. And, you know what I'm talking about, the killing, not killing spree, fuck, whatever. You know what I'm talking about, the freaking AoE spell that they have. What I would like is for them to have classes be weak. Like, Rogue is weak at AoE because he's good at single targets, you know? I don't expect any Rogue changes, to be honest. I'm playing Rogue, you know, no matter what, you know? Like, it's not gonna be something that's like, oh, well, you know, like, you want Rogue to be strong. It's like, no, actually, I might not. I'll play Rogue no matter what. Like, I'm gonna be playing Rogue. Maybe if Warlock gets a tank spec, I might play that, which we'll get into as well. And Shaman might be on the table. Let's say if I play Alliance, I want to have Alliance Shaman. If there's Horde, I might want to play Blood of Paladin, you know, or Tauren Paladin, or whatever they're adding. It all depends on how they add it. Like, if we're getting Draenei's and Vanilla and stuff. Hopefully this survey covers this, but I've done the intro, and I've actually done it a long time ago, like when it was really new. Maybe even like before 100k people voted on it. And I last checked, it was 200k, but this recording, what is it? It's July 7th, so I don't know how many people have done the survey already. But yeah. So how I would suggest it is, the survey is a good indication of what we want, but there can also be a lot of trolls, and that's why I suggest that we have someone who can kind of like can manage the survey on the Blizzard team and manage polls, if it's Agran himself or someone else, and then have it be so that people can sort of like, what's the word I'm looking for? basically so people can vote with their accounts where they're authenticated and they have actually put effort and time into actually playing the game instead of a random retail player who has not played Classic at all. I'm not saying that retail players can't vote, but I'm saying they need to be more invested into it, you know, from a perspective of like, hey, I'm invested because I actually been playing for the last 7 years of Classic, or 6 years or whatever it is, right? I'm playing since 2019, right? So, you know, and if you don't know anything about me, I'm rare. I played since late vanilla. Like, I didn't actually raid. I got into one molten core. They kicked me because I pulled Onyxia like really early. I got hit in the whelps and then they kicked me pretty much. And it was my friend who got me into the raid. I did some raids like in TBC as well, like Gruul. I did Gruul and stuff. Karazhan I did. I have like old screenshots, but most of my screenshots are from Wrath because my old PC. I changed PCs, so my PC from TBC is like was left in Sweden whilst I moved to England, and that's when I moved to England. That's when Wrath started. But yeah, and I'm sitting and drinking hot chocolate out of a what you call it, a tankard? I don't know what they're called. A beer tankard. But yeah, so I wanted to get into the survey, and I'm sorry for dragging on for this long, but I wanted to get into the survey. I just want to show you guys how much I have seen or how much I've done. And I'm also going down this list as well. I'm not sure how we should do it. I think it would be better for me to start here. I have seen videos talking about this list and people's opinions on it, and I've watched Jordy, I've watched Scotty J, a lot of Scotty J, like since I started playing Classic Plus pretty much. Shout out to all of them. Hammer Dance as well, and I love watching their podcasts every week, and I get some of my opinions obviously altered from them, but I'm gonna give my opinions as they are. I think we will do a video where we'll do this one. The next video we'll do this one. I just want to show you guys how much I've actually done. So I just chose the ones that I thought was the most interesting. So I'm going to redo the ones that I've done already first, because I actually don't remember them since I did this survey so long ago, and I have this one here just as a second tab. And you guys, you get to get maybe I'll do maybe I'll knock out 2 of them in one video or something. We'll definitely finish off a section, and then, you know, or if it's just like a section like one of these, and then we'll make a next video on it. And I'll label them in parts and stuff. But for the most part, my Classic Plus experience has been, I started in 2019. Well, I didn't start playing WoW in 2019. I played in 2019. I stopped around level 30. I was playing my Rogue because my friends were kind of all over the place, excuse me. And then they stopped playing, and then they kind of like started somewhere else and started playing. And it was such a big hype, and I kind of regret not playing the 2019 to 2020 like vanilla. I played SOD, played the beginning, but then when I actually joined actual Classic was actually in Wrath when Wrath came out. It was like a week after 2 after Wrath came out. Because I really wanted to play Ret Paladin, and now you're thinking, well, I'm a Ret Paladin player. I'm actually a Warrior. Warrior first, and then Feral Druid second, I guess, is my most 2 played classes. And I've been playing Warrior on and off, but pretty much since the Burning Crusade. Mostly into Kata. I was twinking my Warrior in like, I had like a 70 twink, like in Sunwell and stuff. Had a Rogue twink as well. Had my other Rogue that I actually was leveling in Wrath. I first started playing the game actually as a hunter. I'm currently playing TBC. Anniversary. I played a little bit at the beginning. I stopped in at the end of BWL when AQ came out. Something about AQ just, I don't know, it was, I didn't realize it was actually as boring of a raid as it is, which is funny. And I see a lot of people talking about maybe changing raids and stuff now. I don't personally want them to change anything, really. I don't want them to, you know, if they, I heard there's a leak with like them removing like reworking Dead Mines, for example, where you're not defeating Van Cleef and it's gonna be a raid. Like I like that stuff, but I don't want them to be like, okay, we're gonna make it a level 20 raid, or like we're gonna change Molten Core to a 20 raid. Like, let it be 40 people. I'm in the minority here, and I'm really like breaking into some areas, but I know I'm in the minority. Let this just be, boom. This is, you know, like this is multi-core. We're keeping it as it is. Some people are not going to enjoy it, but you have to also consider that people who are coming into Classic Plus will be their first time playing WoW, or their first time playing Classic. They could be a retail player and they missed 2019. Maybe they didn't even play in 2019. You know, maybe they started playing in when TBC was really on, and for them it was not Classic anymore. You know, so lots of people kind of miss this hype, and then there's this big hype. So what we can do is we can have this whole new Classic, and what I think they should do, in my opinion, is that they should make, you know, like people talk about, oh, I don't want to go back into multi-core and BWL. That's Classic. That is Classic Plus. No, you can argue like it's not going to make, they shouldn't copy everything from Classic, because then we already have the Classic games, right? There is a Classic version. So I could see there being some leeway, and that's why I think we should have a community vote, because it's going to be so torn. And then the biggest thing I think people are not thinking about, this is like my biggest like kind of like epiphany, is like, where is WoW 5 years from now or 10 years from now? WoW 2 might be out. WoW might get a whole complete revamp, like retail. Classic is already going to be there. The era servers, I think, will never go away, and I think that's healthy and it's good. You can go there, you can do Nax to your days, or multi-core, or level a new alt, or have 15 paladins or 10 shamans or whatever. That's great. You play hardcore. That's great. I think it's super good. I hope Classic Plus starts with hardcore in it. It would be a smarter marketing thing for them to not do it right away, maybe do it later, so people. But I want to start my character on hardcore and see how long I can get, and I want it to be self-found. So when I do hit 60 and I die, it will say that I made it to 60, self-found, rogue, blah blah blah, you know, or 58, and then I'll probably just continue playing it as a 58. That being said, I look forward to Classic Plus. I don't know what it will be and how they will entail it, or if it's called Camelot or whatever they want to call it. But my biggest thing is, like, let us vote. Let the accounts that actually are playing Classic Plus do the voting. And also, the biggest thing, make sure that when we get changes, it's like a unanimous yes. Like, for example, transmog. A lot of people like transmog, a lot of people don't like it. I think the best way to go about it is to add it in the game. I like transmog, obviously. I also like what my character looks like without transmog. Have it be, you know how we have the hide cape, hide helmet options? Have a button next to them saying hide transmog. Boom, you press it, there's no transmog. You get to see everyone exactly how they look. Because I like the feeling of gear progression. But I also like looking at like my rogue and being like, well, I'm part like this, this, and this, and I miss the Bloodfang set, and I don't like the AQ set or something, you know, or whatever it is. And there's so many options for transmog to be in the game without it like distorting the game. But the visual feeling is not vanilla of seeing a transmogged character, and I completely understand that. Even though I'm not really a classic real vanilla player myself, I can see that and see why that will be like a problem. That being said, let's get into the survey. I'm going to redo these. I haven't done them in over a few months at this point. I hope you bear with me. And if you if you like this sort of content, I'm really ranty. I like to rant more than I like to actually make proper videos. I'm also streaming. I'm really pretty much going to be streaming all of July. We'll be watching BlizzCon. I'm probably going to get BlizzCon tickets as well. And I play other games here and there. I play other MMOs. So if a game is not like, if a game isn't feeling like up to par or up to scratch with me, like let's say I'm not like, TBC is kind of like raid loggy. I love TBC. I could raid all day, every day. And I'm currently leveling a shaman. Probably could show you guys. If you watch my stream, you'll probably see it. But if you want, I'll buy. And you see what I'm raiding on. I'm playing on my hunter. And in terms of specifically in terms of classic, like old classic, like where we are at it's Pandaria currently, from the recording of this video. I didn't play Pandaria. I played everything else except for vanilla and TBC. So I played, well, I played vanilla till 30 something on my rogue, and I stopped. And then I came back in Wrath, did some Wrath. I started raid leading in Ulduar. I joined a guild. I made lots of good friends. Some friends I don't have today. Shout out to Sammy. Some friends who I've kept along the way. People who I really I'm close to and I really love. Now, that being said, I did play Wrath, we killed Lich King heroic, not with my first skill, but with a second guild I played, and I played Feral Druid because Feral Druid was just really fun. Then I started playing Mage at the end, to the end of Wrath, I guess technically, to the beginning of Kata. I joined a guild. Kata was fun in the beginning. Then I felt kind of disinterested because the guild I was in doing Wrath and killing ICC, I kind of I felt like I was kind of guild hopping. Like I was still with them for a long time, like a few months, but like raid logging in and coming back into WoW, like after like a little break. I kind of didn't really play BFA and Shadowlands. I did play a little bit more Dragonflight than both of those. But retail just wasn't for me, so that's why I took a long break. And I kind of regret missing 2019. So for me, Classic Plus is going to be like my official 2019 kind of. And I did Anniversary thinking I would be in, like, I would be playing it from like a perspective of like, all right, we're going to make friends, we're going to move into it. And it kind of didn't go that way as I planned. But hopefully, you know, with this retake and doing Classic Plus, you know, maybe like we get certain class mix and match, like mixed matches. Maybe we get like shamans on Alliance, and maybe we have Draenei, or maybe we have dwarves. You know, like it might put me in a certain mood. Most likely, I'll probably play Horde. There's very little chance of me playing Alliance. I do want to see Wind Fury in my raids, not because I'm playing melee, but because I just think it looks so cool. I'm really a proponent of, if it's cool, I don't care if it's overpowered. I don't care if the numbers are big. I care about the feeling. When I'm going to talk about classes and stuff, I'm going to talk about their feelings and like balanced druid. A lot of people want to play it. You know, I'm not a balanced druid player. I would like to see more balanced druids. You know, I want to see prot power. I want to see guardian druids. You know, bear druids. Maybe we can argue if they should have different talent trees and stuff. So, anyways, enough ranting. Enough about me. Get into this. I know you're here to see me, but you probably want to see this stuff first. So I'm going to retake these. I guess you lose all the progression. And then at some point, maybe we can redo all of these. Maybe we can redo this one at some point, just go down this whole list. Because I don't want this to influence my actual, like, I was looking at it a little bit, I'm not gonna lie, but I don't want it to like influence my actual take. So you're actually gonna get my raw take here. And let's start with the dungeon survey. So let's retake this one. Okay. Page not found. Oh, is it not working? Go back home. Did they like remove the survey? I can try another one. Should we try world maybe? Okay, there. Classic Plus dungeons. Pick the top 3 dungeons you enjoy leveling in WoW. I actually really like, I'm more of an Alliance player in vanilla, but I prefer the Horde as time went on. But I really like Dead Mines. I think BRD is pretty cool, but it's not like my favorite, but it's up there. Dead Mines is definitely like one of my favorite dungeons. I think Cathedral is up there as well. No, pick the top dungeons that you think need revamping. You see, this is the thing. I don't care about revamping these dungeons. I think maybe Maradon and Sunken Temple, maybe. I don't like that there's faction specific dungeons. But I might redo Stockades maybe. Oh, I can click no changes. I'll take that instead. Maybe like these 3 maybe. Maradon. I don't know. I like Maradon as well. It's also like kind of awkward. It's like 2 entrances and stuff, but yeah. At launch, you have a finite amount of developer resources. Should more of it be created in new dungeons or improve old dungeons? New dungeons are more fun experience to launch. Focus on them. That's a balance between them. I would say new dungeons. I mean both are fine, but I'm gonna say new dungeons. I'd rather them add, and I don't even care about leveling dungeons. I just want new dungeons at end game as well. Like give me like end game stuff. Like the journey of vanilla, the things that they should do, and maybe this wasn't my opinion when I first did this survey, but the things that they should do, for example, like adding certain things like I'll give you an example. So like we had If I what's up? We had like the BRD, sorry, the Black Fathom Depths raid. That was, I'm all for that. But give us the dungeon, but then give us the raid as well, and then let the raid be a 25 raid, and then maybe like a 50 raid or a 60 raid or something. Like, let us be able to raid those. Like, it doesn't have to be something with insane good gear. It can be like a raid where you're maybe not even locked out. Maybe it's like Ubers, right? Where you can just do this like how you do Ubers. So you can go in, 10 people, you do it, whatever, and then, you know, you can spam for Fell Strike, or you can spam for the two-handed sword from BRD, but it's like a 60 version. And don't like change how they look as well, like the items. Just give them an item level boost when they're at 60 when you do the 60 version. Like you can redo that content just to like do it again for fun, because the raid was fun. The mechanics in the raid was fun. The sword version I'm talking about, by the way. That's what I would say. Hot take, maybe, I don't know. Maybe some people might agree. Sword was really well received at the beginning, and only at Sunken Temple is when the game kind of fell off. I stopped playing after Nomagon, but I did Nomagon multiple times. But I was also busy with going into Kata and Wrath and shit. That being said, should more open world dungeons quests associated be added? Think of like Jadar and Felwood, Stormground and Rathi. Open world dungeons are boring. Taking on my friends, destroy, so they never be challenging. Open dungeons are cool, make the world feel alive, full of mystery. Lots more open dungeons to actual instances. I don't know, just leave them alone. Like, I don't know, like, just leave them that way. Should they be added more? Like, maybe, yeah, why not? Like, I'm always down for more content. Like who's gonna say no to more content, you know? Like, it's gonna be kind of crazy. Just get a drink of my... How are you doing, Firelina? You good? A little video. So, yeah. Anyways, how do you feel about rare spawns inside dungeon? Rare spawns are annoying. If I want, if I want an item off one of them, I have to enter Mind Vision Scout that spawn and leave reset if it's in there. It's a waste of time. I think we're metagaming the fuck out of this. My problem with this shit is that we metagame the fuck out. We metagame the enjoyment out of the game. Metagame equals taking the fun out of the game at some point. And this is the problem with these kind of things. Just either add it all the time or don't add it at all. And I think that's also stupid. Metagame it if you want, don't metagame it if you don't want. Let people just choose themselves. I don't care about this. Like, this is not it's a good question, but for me personally, I think it's kind of whatever. Rare spawns are cool, but just make them always spawn. If they're not rare if you can scout. Exactly, like, they're not going to be rare. You're going to just find them, you know. It's just an additional boss. Rare spawns are exciting and fun in dungeons. I want to see more of them in Classic Plus. I have no... Rare spawns are... I kind of agree with the first one, to be honest. Like, kind of like a waste of time, but... Yeah. How do you feel about lockout caps? Lockout caps are critically important to prevent OP classes from farming a certain enemies. Keeping them in game 5 hour. I agree to some degree, but like, people also want to farm, let them farm as much as they want. Like, I don't really... players who are botting are just gonna have multiple accounts. So, doesn't really affect me, whatever. I hate lockout caps. They're a fun detected solution problem. That isn't a problem. It is a problem. The problem is that, like, the bots are better at doing it. I don't care if people can grind. Like, yeah, I don't really care either way, to be honest. But like, let me just refresh to do this shit over and over and over. But people are gonna live in the dungeon and like get ore and stuff. There needs to be like more solutions to like fix this. I kind of agree with the fun detected though. Like, I'm really a proponent of, like, if it's fun, but then it's like I'm grinding for it. If it becomes a problem, nerf it, you know. So I feel like if it's too good, then, you know. But then again, like in TBC, we have paladins who do Stratholm or whatever, right? and they just go in and clear Strathhome for gold, and they make their gold via Strathhome. That's like a really big thing. So yeah. How do you feel about dungeons having rotating or random boss spawn with specific loot, e.g. Ring of Law, blah blah blah? I don't like these. Remove them. I fucking hate the Ring of Law. Getting fucking girdle, not girdle. I never got it. This fucking chain vest from freaking Ring of Law in BRD. That was shit. These bosses add fun variety week to week, lockout to lockout, which makes each run different. Would be disappointed to see them remove. I don't care either way. I don't like these. Remove them. Don't care either way. It's cool to see a cool rare item, right? Like obviously you see Fell Striker, but that's not like he just drops from that one boss, right? Like or whatever, right? Like it's cool to see Warglaives drop. It's cool to see EST drop. It's cool to see the bindings drop, you know, from Garum, whatever, right? It's cool to see it, so it does make it nice. And if this boss would always spawn, it would be a less rare item. But again, it's like I don't care enough where I don't think it should be removed. I just don't. Also put this, I wouldn't say I want more of them. I just think it's like it's fine the amount that vanilla has, and this not me like we're gonna have much more fun playing vanilla, so it's not gonna feel as grindy because it's gonna be a new version of vanilla, which is classic, right? Yeah. Should there be heroic dungeons? I think there should be. I don't know how they would do it if it's just like vanilla TBC heroics. I would say yes. I'm okay with it. Should be Mythic Plus dungeon style ladder system in person. Sure, as long as person. I don't mind the Mythic Plus if it gives gear still, but I don't want it to have progressively better gear. I would be okay with it. The thing is, I don't like Mythic Plus for the timer. I think the timer is what makes Mythic Plus annoying. I'd rather have harder content with no timer than, you know, like you have to interrupt, you have to pull it from this pack to this pack, you have to move them out. You know, you can play it slow, you can play it well, but the timer, like, and it's like an enraged timer, you know. I would rather just be like, or the reward, the timer can be there, but the reward should not be affected by the timer or something, you know, like Mythic Plus is. So I'm gonna say yes for now, and then you're probably thinking like, oh, this fucking guy, he's a fucking retail player, he sucks ass, fuck him. Okay, I know people type like this, so if they type like this, I think I type like this, so yeah, I type like this. This fucking guy is a retail player, fuck him. Like, dude, I played Midnight. I did the first few raids. I got to kill like 1 or 2 bosses mythic, and I stopped playing. I'm not really retail. I wouldn't consider that a retail player, but yeah. Should certain bosses or areas be locked behind? And don't get me wrong, I love retail. I'm not a retail hater either. I like all versions of WoW. It's weird, like you have to like one or the other. Apparently like Blizzard said the stats for people liking vanilla, like the vanilla classic player base is way different, and a different group of people even from like other iterations of the game. So it's like there are people who just like vanilla, and I think that's fine, and they don't apparently tie over. There's not many what did she say? Holly Longdale said it was like crossover or whatever they call it. I think that's fine, you know. That's all fine, that's all good. It's all Danny, fine and Danny with me. That being said, let's go to the next. Oh, sorry. So, should certain areas be locked behind, requiring a specific class progression, either rogue or lockpicking a door? Hell yes, dude. Druid communicating with animals, dude. Yes, dude. Like, let me be a rogue and do rogue things. Let me be a druid and do druid. Okay, maybe because I like those 2 characters, but it could be something like a paladin unlocking a door in a church, or priests or something, because they have holy magic. Like they do add in they did add in War Within. They had that in one of the dungeons actually. So I think that's pretty cool. Like Demon Hunter is doing stuff as well. Yes, add it. Should player power chase items be extremely low drop rates and items in dungeons, or should it be Only cosmetics. Fell Striker, Iron 4. Dude, farming these are annoying. It feels like I'll never get them. Just remove them? No. That's definitely not. Like, they're cool because they're rare. And I think you should chase it, but it should not be for everyone. And I think that's fine. Every class... The problem is, if we homogenize too much shit, it becomes retail. Retail is boring because every fucking ring and every piece of gear is just insert stat. Get the stat you need and then use that stat. Oh, you have to use... Like in vanilla, you're forced to have XYZ item with shit stats because it matches a tier set, or... you need an off piece, like a shadow damage thing, because you know, you don't use any tier because you're shadow priest and you want shadow gear. I think like we could homogenize tier sets. Like, sure, homogenize a tier set, like give us like the option to choose which tier, which I'll get to in a bit later, but maybe there's like a part of the survey, so we'll just go down the survey. But I was thinking, like, obviously we should have the tier sets be like how they are currently in retail and in like TBC, whatever, like where you can choose which spec you want them for. And even for like rule classes, like, well, obviously DPS classes, like pure DPS classes, I should say, is what they're called. Yeah, they should be even options for them as well. Like, it should be like, you want the combat, the subtlety, or the, you know, or you want the BM set, you know, like the combat set could be like Bloodfang. Still gives you the Bloodfang stuff, but then the addition could be like, if you're playing Assassination, maybe you have the Assassination set, which makes Mutilation, you have 2 combo points. And then maybe you can have 6 combo points as like a 4 sets or something. Maybe you can like mix and match, where it's like, oh, you want the boots from one set, and then you can even change their color. Like, you can make them cosmetically different as well. Like, there's the blue and the brown Bloodfang sets in TBC, like from the dungeons. Add those into the game. They're cool as fuck. Like, I like seeing them. Like the one from Karazhan, like the gray black hood and stuff. Like, those are cool as hell. They're just Bloodfang, but it's cool. And it's cool that other classes get to use them, but you know, yeah. I really can't wait to get to the professions part, by the way. I sound like a real PvEer. I don't do life skills at all, and I don't, but there's something about professions that I really want to get to, so stick around for that video whenever that comes out. And I'm going to try and do all of this as soon as possible, maybe like even once a day or even twice a day. So if you want to stick around, let me know. So there's chase items, Fell Striker, SGC. Yeah, SGC was a piece of shit. And so was, I got Iron 4 really early on my warrior. I actually didn't need it, but it was like really good to have it still. It was really strong. I have Crusader on it. I still have my warrior, by the way. I can show you guys. And she's still 60. Anyways, farming for these is annoying. Just get them. Just remove. Never get them. Just remove them. Kind of fun to have something to chase, even if the chance is super small. I love chase items. We'll be disappointed to see them removed or changed. Yeah, I would put that. I love these. Yeah. I mean, they're fun to chase. I don't understand what's the difference between these. Don't change it, like, or they're really fun. Like, they're not super fun, but they're not like. Yeah, I don't know. I'll press the middle one because it seems like it's like the most positive one. I feel like I like it. You know, if they change it, it'll be kind of mad. Like, someone's gonna be mad. Someone's out there is gonna be mad. Should there be solo challenges? Dells, Mage Tower, Classic and Classic Plus. I think there should be. Yes, this content is bis, dude. Dells is not fun. Mage Tower is amazing. You should be able to get a Mage Tower and get, like, give me Green Fire, give me Red Divine Storm, or whatever. Just give me cool shit. Like I think there can be so much cool shit in WoW. Like, we don't even have the amount of cool shit in retail that I think we can have just in Classic. Like how cool is it if you can do a hunter quests and it gives you like a extra hunter slot, like a pet slot? Like, how cool is that? Or like, you get a default really good pet that's like, you can't like untame it. It's just like a really good pet, and it's like, it's bis, and it's not even cosmetic, it's just a good pet. It's like a spectral tiger, you know, as our pet. That'd be freaking bis. That'd be so cool to have. Also, I want my spectral tiger in all versions of the game, please, Blizzard. Like, I want there to be some sort of like maybe if I unlock riding, I can have my mounts crossover from retail. I would love that, but I know that no one's gonna want that. I think that's like, I know that's just a me thing. Like, I like my collections. I don't even collect that much shit. I have like some toys. I got some pets, like some of the like battle pets. I love my transmog. I really like my transmog, but I'm not really like I can play WoW without it and enjoy it for what it is, you know. I'm also for like having the mounts being like their own little thing, not in their bags. I think in the bags was fine, but like, why? It's just taking up a slot. It's just one inventory slot I'm getting. Like, it's not the end of the world. Let me just choose the one I like and mount on that one. I'm gonna choose the coolest one every time anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Should dungeon finally be implemented? If so, teleports you to dungeon or only groups. I think yes and no. Yes, because it is nice to spam dungeons and to just queue up. It is really nice. But I think what we have currently, like in TBC and even in Wrath, what we had was like, it's the same thing, right? Where you can make the group and then you just whisper people. But some people are getting locked up because of their class, like rogues, for example. And people hate rogues in TBC. I have no idea why. You just need one. Our raid only has one rogue. We don't have room for another rogue, basically. So yeah. Yeah. I think, you know, give us the ability to bring more rogues. I hope I get to be the guild rogue in Classic Plus. That's... yeah. Oh, I'm rioting. I'm just saying, like, I need to play rogue. Rogue, shaman, maybe feral druid, maybe warrior. Sorry, rogue, shaman, warlock is on my list. If paladins get divine storm, I'm just saying, you're probably gonna hear me say this like 20 times, but if paladins get divine storm, paladins up there, probably number 2. That being said, let's see. So Del's make sure blah, 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 group. So no, yes, but only as an endgame UI assisting form groups. Yes, automatic forming groups, but I still have to travel to the instance. Yes, auto forming groups teleports you in and out, queue from anywhere. I would say automatically forming groups still have to travel to the instance. I'm torn between these two. If it automatically forms the group, you can't just queue up, and that feels good. You should have the option to do others, but I feel like looking for people, typing in chat, I don't mind that, but I also like pressing the button and being like, oh, I'm going to this dungeon. And then you should kick people who are slacking, but then people might get kicked a lot, and it's really toxic, and it's super weird. It's this is like a really hard one. Actually, this is probably the hardest one. Should summoning stones outside dungeons and raids be? I think it should be. I think yes, summoning stones is kind of a nice quality of life feature. I think it should be. I think it should be because people are just gonna have warlock thingies anyways. So that was dungeons. Let's go into world. We'll do is this one not working? So the intro one is not working. Cannot do this one with you guys. Ah. Okay, so here's the intro. We got out of the way. So Classic Plus introduction survey. Okay, so here there. Thanks for taking the time to do our Classic Plus intro survey. We think this would be a great place to get the community's initial thoughts on the features and ideas you've all been discussing. I've been discussing this way too much with my gillies. My gillies tell me to shut the fuck up sometimes because I'm just like, Classic Plus. You guys getting that Classic Plus? Oh shit! Just let me just have actually drink here, right, real quick. I'm actually like, you know. So yeah, usually what I play is for the Horde. I'm all for the Horde. I switch between both factions though. So for the Horde, both factions, and this. I wouldn't say I'm an Alliance player, even though I'm currently playing Alliance. What race would you consider your main? I would consider Nelf. I don't like humans, but I play them because they're good. Which is bliss. I like Undead, Nelf, Troll. Wait. like these. I don't like these three here. I'll play Tor and Druid, like, for sure. I'll do like this. Hold on. I'll do like this. Under the Night Elf and whatever is best. Which class you consider your main? Feel free to pick multiple. So, not literally my main, but I would consider my main is technically warrior, but I would probably say rogue. Rogue. I would leave it as rogue. How old are you? I am currently 34, which is here. How often do you play each week? For sure. Currently, I'm gonna put every day if I can. Like, I'm pretty much playing WoW every day. When I'm actually into WoW, I'm playing every day, more than 20 hours. 40 hours a week. I could easily be doing 40 hours. I'm gonna be generous here because currently I'm not doing it because I'm raid logging. You know? But I'll easily beat 40 hours a week. Because of my job. I'm not working currently, but when I am working, my job allows me to actually. I'm more free than because I'm working at freelance currently. I'm like a freelancer. Which doesn't mean I'm unemployed. It just means I'm partially unemployed. So what's your experience with the various iterations of Vanilla and Classic World of Warcraft? Check all that apply. So I've been playing. I'm an OG gang. So this is what's your experience. I played SOD. I did play some. Never played WoW. SOD. We'll do this. Check all that apply. Okay, yeah. What role do you play? I usually play. I play various roles. I play all of them, but I would like to play DPS more. I would play various. I'm not really like a tank only. What region are you do you play from? Okay. I could be playing on any, but I'm from EU. I actually played WoW in a net cafe on someone else's accounts in the Caribbean, but I wasn't like account sharing. I was like in the net cafe watching them play, and I asked them to just like play a little bit, and I paid for their like net cafe time because they were like done. I was like, hey, can I play on your account? And they just sat next to me and they were showing me some stuff. I was actually playing a Night Elf Hunter for the very first time, and then when I got to Sweden, I was actually playing an Undead Warrior with my friend's accounts, vanilla. So Undead, like Night Elf, technically is my first class, but yeah, I barely remember the Night Elf thing. I remember like seeing his character and I was like, oh, I want to make this one. Okay, hot chocolate is great, by the way. So which of the following labels describe you? Choose as many as you feel accurate. Hardcore raider, leveler, casual PvP, auction house gamer, completionist, transmog hunter. I would say casual raider, transmog hunter. This, I would like to say I'm PvPer. Like I do like PvP. I just don't go out of my way to PvP. It's like a weird thing because it's like I'll grind the rank 14 grind if I need to. I did it right. Like I did rank 13, and then there was like a break, and then I just couldn't get back into it, I guess. But you know, I would do it again. I think it was terrible, but I would do it again. How likely are you to play Classic Plus? Jesus, dude. I went to log in, dude. Holy shit. That was like the easiest question ever. So, yes. Would you pay a box ticket for Classic Plus? I'll pay. Depends on what is shown, promise, of course, active subscription. If it costs more than active, I would pay. Fuck. I pay $40. I feel like if I say 60 plus, it's gonna be like, haha, we'll charge 80 for it, you know. But I'll say $40. Depends on what is shown, promised. Yeah, I'll pay $40 to play Classic Plus if it's like they actually show what they want. But I'm going to pay $40. Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you feel about Classic Plus if they changed how the game looked via Unreal Engine upgrades, polygon? My GPU is crying. I wouldn't mind playing it like this, but I'm in the middle. Like, I'm like a 5. Like, I don't care if it's good looking or if it's amazing looking. Like, if it looks great, I think me like 10 years ago would be like, dude, make WoW better looking. Like, 100%, we need a better looking WoW. But yeah, character models, I'm in the middle, bro. Like, special models, I quit. Old models suck so hard. I'm in the middle, bro. I don't care. Alright, here's where I do care though. I think I lean more towards the animations, like the old side. Modern WoW spell effects. No thank you. I like the newer spell effects a little bit more, maybe like a 8, 7. I just don't like the sounds and stuff. Like, I think the animations are too bouncy and too like, you know. Actually, nah, yeah. Actually, I just thought about how bad the animations are. I'll do it a 2. I'll give it a 2. Modern WoW UI, like I don't know. I hear like all the abilities, like some abilities look super good. Like the overhead slam look good, but like I'd rather see my human just do the twirl thing instead. You know, than I do the twirl thing. I don't need to like always have the same. I feel like I went from doing the same set of animations and then switching to a whole new set of similar animations that are just way more overpowered. Like, and I would rather have them combined into one. Maybe I will go back to 3. There's just some of them I just really hate, like Jesus Christ. Modern WoW UI, target frames, action bars, nameplates, etc. I actually think this is way better in retail. I think the action bars, I think everything looks so much better in retail. I don't mind it though, so I'll give it a 9. How would you like Blizzard to handle how would you like Blizzard to handle the server rollouts? Many servers, some PvP, some PvP, couple RP vanilla, like a vanilla classic launch. Nope, that's not how we should do it. We should have 3 servers, PvP, PvE, and the fuck ever. A condensed server like SOD with constellation happening over time. 1 mega PvP server with faction balance forced, and 1 mega PvE server with no faction balance. Yeah, sure, why not? Only 1 mega server PvP and lets people opt in all the PvE. I would actually not mind this. I would not mind the Warzone thing. I think Warzone. I think War mode is amazing, and I think it's actually like underrated. But it should be like you go to a city, you turn it on and off. You can't turn it off at any points or on at any points. You know, you can't flag up. You're just in the PvP one. You can go there. There should be no benefits. There should be maybe like a little bit of benefits, like maybe a little bit more gold or something. Maybe, you know. So then it actually like pushes people to PvP more. Like in a other MMO I play called Black Desert, the PvP server gives you more gold. Like gives you more drops. So that would actually incentivize you to PvP more, because you'd be like, dude, I'm grinding these fucking Murlocs here. They're dropping great items. I need to PvP your ass. Get the fuck out my Murloc grind spot. You know, like that would actually make sense. So I'm all for this. That being said, how would you feel if Classic Plus had an element of seasonal servers? Depends on a lot of factors. I'm not sure. Don't reset the servers. Like, don't reset the servers. Let the fresh people come in after. You know, like make a new server, like a anniversary, ooh, and then they have like a maybe like a faster cadence to like XP or something, and then they can come and play with us after. I don't know. Because everyone will play that, and then we'll all go back to our mains, and then we'll have like it's level 60 that I can raid on in the main server. You know what? That'll be fine. What do you feel about layers in Classic Plus? No layers in Classic Plus. Layers are fine. Layers are fine. I don't really mind them. Next. Game section 2. In-game systems. Should the raid size be reduced from 40? Nope. Keep the raids 40. I'm sorry, this is not a popular opinion. I think the raids should be kept at 40. I think I said this the first time I did this survey. Like I said this, I wasn't streaming really this the last 6 months. So no, keep the raid sizes as they are, for sure. Let's see here. We have Reduce raid size, but implement a flex rating so you can bring more players and the challenge stays the same. So how I see it is this. Every raid that's a 40-player raid, keep them 40. If you want to bring more people, like if you want to bring 40 people, bring 40 people. It becomes obviously easier. Bring less people, it becomes easier. If we're talking about flex rating where you can like come in and help your friends and not get the lockouts, like for example, you can do like heroic and then normal and then have 2 different lockouts, sure, but no, I would say no otherwise. Or you can come in and help your guildies do a raid, like you can raid on your main, then still come on your main to like their alt run or something. That'd be fine. I wouldn't mind that. The more raiding you can do, the more better the game is, in my opinion. If we could raid every single day, I would raid every single day. I would raid every single day on the same character. I don't need to have an alt. I want to just play my character and just keep doing the raid, especially if I can get loot. Not because I'm motivated, but it would be like a bonus, I guess. There was like tokens that you can like, if you did a raid again and again and again, maybe you can like unlock loot. Like you did the whole raid, you get 1 piece of loot that you can roll for or something. I don't know. Sorry, it was a bit loud. Should dungeon finder be implemented? No. Yes, but only to group. You still have to travel to the dungeon. Yes. Do it like it's in the modern auto grouping teleport to the dungeon. No. This one definitely. Should summoning stones be outside of dungeons and raids? Implemented? Yes. Should there be heroic dungeons? Let's not implement them. Should they be rated PvE like class plus I won't do it, but yes. I don't like Mythic Plus prestige levels. I don't mind it. I'll say yes for now because it is cool. I like the idea of some of these things. Should there be a rated PvP in Classic Plus Battlegrounds? I think it should, for sure. Like PvP rated BGs, let them be like, let them have like, let there be like a sweaty, like, dude, imagine doing the sweatiest Alterac Valley ever, where there's like coordinated people. Like, I would be all down for that instead of the cringe run it down rank 14 grind. Like, I would rather have, hey. Sorry, my kid is trying to like ruin the stream, the video. I know she's adorable, but she's a monster. I love her though. Like, I love her to bits. Should AoE looting be implemented, dude? This, okay. I'll say this, right? I don't think looting is as cool as people make it out to be. Right? I'm so against looting that I think you should have auto looting. You should literally just auto loot shit. It should kill shit. It should just, I don't know, a pet or something should pick it up. You know? I don't see any, like, okay, like, obviously if you can't, if it's like a buy and pick up or something, like, you know, whatever, like, sure, like, let it be needed, whatever, you know? It should just be like it should be yes, no, bubble, you know? Sitting and manually looting each mob is a piece of shit, and it's cringe. Like, I don't care how classic this is, I highly disagree with this whole system as a whole. This was cool running, and oh my god, maybe like at level 10 it should change, but like a level 1 to 10, okay, sure, let it be like, you know, like manual looting. Then it should be like, but at like 60 when you're grinding and you're just, and I'm not even a big grinder, like I'm just like, you know, like whatever. I just don't see the reason of why. Like, we're keeping it for what? For what reason? Nostalgic reasons? We're keeping it for what? Like, what are the reasons we're keeping it for? I cannot see a reason why people would want to not have AoE looting. You loot one mob, you still get the same freaking dopamine hit when you see all the other, you know, it's just shoop. Like you're looting, nothing. Whoa! Epic item dropped on this random Murloc I killed. I don't know why it's always Murlocs with me, but yeah. Random Murloc! Whoa! Shit! I'm gonna sell it on the auction house. Like, I'm getting that same dopamine hits when I freaking AoE looted. Like, boom. Oh shit. If anything, I get more dopamine because I see all the amount of money that I just got. So I think AoE looting, I'm in favor of AoE looting. Motherfucker. I can make the argument that maybe auto looting is even worse than AoE looting, but AoE looting at least, like, come on, like, what kind of question is this? Like, this is an astounding yes. Like, I can understand why people would argue against it, but it's an astounding yes. Okay, I'll tap into. Alright, probably do this one and then we'll wrap it up maybe. This video is... oh, it's almost an hour long, so yeah. Thank you for sticking through this, by the way. If you guys like this, thank you for sticking through. I actually like having this on paper, because, or like on paper in a video, so I can actually like look back and be like, man, I was so wrong on this, or man, I'm retarded here, or I completely disagree with my, like my future self would probably disagree with me right now. I also love making videos for myself. It sounds weird, like if you're a content creator, it's like I like hearing my own thought process when I look back at old videos, and it's actually become something I like. It's like an echo chamber yourself, and you're like your brain is like, oh, did I actually think this way? And it's like, and then you gotta get a reminder like, oh, I actually did think this way. To show how much I've actually changed or grown as a person as well. It actually is really healthy for me. I don't know why. I feel like it's like improving my way of as a human, like outside of gaming. I'm like thinking like, oh, I had this take on this one video, and I'm like, okay, oh, I still had this like stutter, or I still did this then, or I, you know, whatever. Like I used to say like a lot when I was younger, you know, like it's like this and like that, and like yeah. That being said, so sorry, I'm like trying to make sure the mic isn't like being weird. New mic, by the way, just got it, so that's why I'm back to streaming. So anyways, back to the back to the survey. What features of world buffs would you like to see in Classic Plus? Check all that apply. Chrono Boon for sure. Non-dispellable for sure. Alternative source of world buffs, e.g. purchase consumables like insult, sure. Weaker world buffs, more varied world buffs, sure. No changes, vanilla world buff system. No opinion, world buffs don't belong in raids. No world buffs ever. I am willing to argue no, that world buffs don't belong in raids, because it feels really bad when you lose them and you don't want to have fun in the raid. That's not for me though. I don't care about that. Like if I lose my world buffs, it's like fuck it, whatever, you know. I'm still gonna pump, you know, I'm trying my best. I still always put my effort into it. It does suck though, and the feeling of you being buffed up in raid is not really like how your character feels in... it's like a borrowed power system that the vanilla player base likes, and I find it very interesting because a lot of people hate borrowed power, myself included, but we're okay with it when it comes to world buffs. I find buffs as a whole are kind of cringe. Like I hate that blasts cost so much. I hate that I have to go and farm for this thing. I like the idea of farming them and doing it. Like I like, you know, making a piece of gear better. I like gemming my gear and stuff, but I don't like temporary buffs that are just like a consume and then they go away. I'm not really a fan of that. And actually I like engineering, but the more I use engineering, the more I'm like, god, this shit costs like so much using a, you know, using a mine there or whatever, you know, or a grenade here or whatever, you know. I like using the dummies obviously to save my ass and stuff, but like that's different. Anyways, I would be willing to click this, but I'm also like, yeah. How would you feel if Classic Plus trimmed the capabilities of add-ons and weak auras? I'd be happy to see them go. I don't really care. It doesn't affect me. I mean, I use them. I don't really care as well if they go, if they don't go. Just let me just keep out of my combat quality. Just keep my... wait, just let me keep my out of combat quality life add-ons. Okay. I'll be down for this. I prefer add-ons. I prefer my add-ons and weak auras. Leave me alone. I won't play Classic Plus if they remove... I know someone who play this. Yes, Maury, I'm talking about you. I'm definitely talking about you, Maury. If they remove this man's add-ons, he starts losing his shit, bro. He can't play well without add-ons. I'm all for it. Like I like it. I respect it because I actually like add-ons because they've always been in the game. You know, it's been like, I remember using X-Pearl back in the day, getting recount for the was it recounts? Yeah, recounts. Recount for the first time. I remember using Skada as well, which is like pronounced funny because it's damage in Swedish. It's Skada, but everyone calls it Skada. Hey, you got Skada? Yeah, I got Skada. Like, yeah, I got the damage. Anyways, I'd be happy to see them go. That's a great name, by the way, for a character. I might actually yoink that. Someone's gonna yoink it. Be happy to see them go. Don't really care. It doesn't really affect me. I'd rather this. Don't really care. Doesn't affect me. Doesn't affect me. Like I'd like to see them. I'd like to have like a bag add-on and stuff. But if, you know, like seeing where the ores are and shit, like who cares? Like maybe the out of combat one, I don't know. Just don't really care. It doesn't affect me. It doesn't fucking matter. Like, for me, fuck it. You know, whatever. It is what it's in. It is what it is. I really couldn't give a fuck. Like if it's in, like it's nice, you know. If it's not, I'm just not gonna use it, you know. Like if I can, whatever. Should amount level requirement be lowered? At 30 is fine, but keep the amount level. No opinion. I don't mind. I like that it's 30, you know. Should flying mounts be implemented? Fuck no. Flying mounts ruin games. Flying in games ruin open world games. If you want to fly, it has to be aerial combat and a whole bunch of stuff. And it's too much work for most games to add it. Should gale banks be implemented? Of course, dude. Hell yeah. Should classic? No opinion. I don't care personally about achievements. I might even vote no, but I think some people might like it. I like achievements to do achievement runs to get a title. That's all I care about. I do not, or mounts. I do not care about the actual achievement itself. You know, I don't care about the wow, Xbox Live notification. You know, like I don't care about that. Like that's not really my thing. Like, is it cool to see them? Is it cool to look at them after a while? Like, yeah, sure, you know. So I could see that I did vanilla fucking Zul'Gurub or whatever, like fucking on my accounts. You know, that's cool. I was there for 20 fucking anniversary. What is it called? When you're there like every year. Sure, I missed like a few years and it sucks to like I missed them because it's like I did play that year, but whatever. Should reputations be streamlined, made easier to level? No opinion. I mean, why not? Yeah, sure. I don't know. I don't care about leveling them. Like, is it hard to level them? Like, it's obnoxious. I don't know. No opinion. How about the feel of adding transmog to classic? Transmog good. I don't say transmog good because I know people are like transmog bad, but I think transmog good. I don't care. No opinion. I don't care. What's the difference here? I'm actually very curious on what the difference is between these two. No, don't care or no opinion. Like, they're both don't like. Okay, I guess no, don't care is like more rude. Should this separate collections have for ML? Okay, I already said this probably earlier on this stream or video, but yes, clearly mounts should just be in their own little category. I don't care about like, oh, you have your 60 mounts, you render it, you put in the thing. You're like, no, I don't care. Just let me stick it in a special box in a tab, and let me use it on all my other characters. Or let it be character lock or something till they're like an appropriate level. Like if I got it at 60, give me at 60. If I got it at 55, give me at 55. You know, whatever. Fine. That's fine. Or let certain unique stuff be locked. I don't care. Like maybe not seeing the ZG Tiger on a level 40 might kind of ruin ZG Tigers, but you have it. Who cares? Eventually everyone will have it. If Vanilla's going on for 15 years, everyone and their mother will be riding a ZG Tiger. It won't be unique anymore. Who cares? You know? Wow, you got your ZG Tiger this week? Man, I remember 2-3 years ago, little Timmy got his and I got mine 15 years ago. Like, that's what it's gonna be. Like, there's nothing unique about them. They're just a drop. I love mounts. I really love mounts. They're just a drop. They're just like how I want to present my character. You know, I want my undead to have an undead horse. I want to have the raptor on a troll hunter. You know, I want to, you know. So classes, I would say I'm okay for it. Classes plus a lot of GDKPs, why not? It's just a way to get money and stuff. I think GDKPs, because I do want to give my opinion more deeply on these, and I'd rather talk about them when we're on that subject than actually, you know, So my take on GDKPs is this. Really simple take. It's pretty good. It is what it is, but the plus side of GDKP is that I can go and raid on my alt, make money, bring that money, use it on my main, fund myself. I don't need to farm gold. I can just raid, and I love raiding, and I can raid all the time, and I can raid. The more I get to raid, the more I get want to play. That is healthy for the game. Whatever you say, that is healthy for the game. The bad side about GDKP is that people will come in, they wouldn't know how to play the game, and they get boosted, and then they just buy the slots, and that kind of sucks. The worst part about it, and obviously the big ass elephant that's barely fitting in the room anymore, is the fact that people buy gold in GDKPs, and that gold is not good. That gold is, you know, botted. So the botting problem needs to go away for GDKPs to be good. So please, can we remove the bots, Blizzard? Please, like, if I have to see a bunch of bots in Classic Plus, I'm gonna boycott Classic Plus. If I see bots 24/7, I let it slide for an anniversary. But if I see bots for Classic Plus, I'm not playing Classic Plus. And I suggest everyone do that as well. No subs. Bots can have my sub. Nah, I'm good. No bots. Stop buying fucking gold, people. The reason why we have bots and gold sellers because people fucking buy gold. If you can't afford to grind the gold yourself or whatever, then play without it. Instead of having Blizzard make wall tokens and shit for us. Like, you guys are retarded. Like, stop buying gold. Or you know what? You get caught buying gold, you lose your account. Stop giving these temporary bans and shit to people. They go for a 2-week holiday, come back and they buy gold again. Like, stop. It's stupid. Yes, I'm okay with people, and it's not even like I want people to not make money outside of like some third world country, or like someone in like, I don't know, Philippines or something making money because they like, you know. The problem is that I don't care about them making money. I care about that the bots ruin the game for everyone, and that they're botting it. If they were playing manually as a human, playing on your accounts, I would care less, you know? Like, I don't care about that. You're a human. But when you're a bot and you have, like, a whole fucking wall of screens, and then you're just, like, playing multiple accounts, they get banned, the goal is still in the system, and then there's a whole whatever. I'm not for that. Like, I think it's cringe. I think if you buy gold, like, you're cringe. Have I bought gold before? Don't ban me, Blizzard, but I did buy gold back in original TBC for my hunter when I first got epic flying. I did buy the epic flying. Maybe was it in TBC? Maybe was it the end of TBC? Because I did the Nether Drake quest and I couldn't ride my Drakes, and I was like, shit, dude, so mad. Who's that? What? Want to try mine? Yeah. Hold it carefully. Alright. Should the level cap be increased from 60? I don't think so. I think we should have some sort of things to maybe give you more talent points. I don't see why the level cap should increase. I like the level cap that it's 60. I never saw like the appeal of like, oh, now we're 70. Whoa! Like, at this point, it's not. As soon as we have like 70s, you're basically TBC. You know, there needs to be a reason to add it instead of just like, and it like makes all the 60 gear useless. No, I like vanilla because you can go back in and do all. I like that. I still like that you go and do Uber. You know, you still have like, and this content might die out, right? Like Molten Core will die out eventually, but there's still items in Molten Core that you need even in Axe. You know, like Onslaught Girdle, right? For example. I still like to go back and get Thunder Fury. Like, I think it's super cool to have Thunder Fury. I want Thunder Fury in my rogue, but I'm not going to have priority on it because it's a tank weapon, and all the paladins and warrior tanks who want it are going to get it first. Which I'm going to argue in my guild, I need it as much as they do. So, yeah. Should level cap ever be increased from 60? No, never. Depends. How long after launch would we have to see? No, never. No, never. Yeah, no. I'm up to say no because I think they should be. Should Classic Plus have new zones? Keep the zones just a sure. I would say expand upon them more, to be honest. But I mean, why not? If yes, I love how there's like a little XP bar at the bottom here. I think that's like the best thing about this. It's just like you're filling your little. I'm getting like a dopamine kick out of it. It's kind of weird. If Azeroth were or beyond, Ezreal and Azeroth, only the two continents. Anyway, in Azeroth, to be honest, like Outland and stuff. That's like for retail, you know. Argus, Karesh, Outland, Draenor. Sure. I mean, like, I wouldn't mind it, but you could put like all of the above. I guess this is all the above. I don't know. I would say anyway in Azeroth is better. Should new content be added for leveling, quests, low level zones, dungeons? I mean, I would say no, like no level zones. Should new content be added? I mean, yeah, like I don't care about it. Like I like doing the stuff I do when I'm leveling vanilla, and people are like, oh, the leveling is the journey, and the journey, vanilla. Like I don't care about all that shit. It's like slog. It's not for me. I don't hate leveling. I'm not the person that will buy boosts. I like the feeling of completing Dead Mines 15 times and being like, yes, I finally got that item, but I'm way too over leveled for Dead Mines. That's the player I am. And my brain loves it. I can spam dungeons all day. Give me more dungeons, I'll spam them too, you know, like I'm not really fussed. I don't care about it. I'd rather be like tied to late game and put resources into like, oh, it's good for 10 levels, or is it good for max level where people can get it? And people are like, yeah, but you know, there's end game, it shouldn't be about everything. It's the journey in vanilla. And it's like, yeah, but we're gonna be playing this game for a long time. The journey is gonna be gone in like a few, you know, in a week. 100 hours, you're max level pretty much, right? You're what, 10 hours on a certain level cap, like 1 hour, 10 hours per like level. That's it at some point maybe. Should leveling be sped up? Yes, but not at launch. Sped up across the board. That was my other boost. Yeah, sure. I'd rather boost my characters. Fuck no, dude. No, leveling pace is already great. Maybe like not a maybe like yes, but like not at launch. Maybe that might be a problem. I don't know. Maybe just. I would say this because I would say yes, just because whenever you do want to level on alts, I think it's nice like what retail has, where you get more XP per alt you have. So if you're on your 5th alt, you're getting like, let's say 5% per. So you're getting what, 25% more XP? I think that'd be pretty fine, right? So like, yeah, give me 15%, 20% more XP. Maybe caps out at 10% more XP. Something, you know, like after your 2nd alt, your 3rd alt, your 4th, 5th alt will have 10% more XP. Sure, whatever. Should there be more should there be more class specific quests? Let's say class specific quests. Specific class quests. Class specific. No new class quests. No, we don't want that. That's fucking boring, dude. Who the fuck wants more fun class quests? Jesus Christ. Yes, but only, dude, of course, astounding. Yes, this should be like, yes, dude. It should be like, yes, like with multiple exclamation marks and S's. That's a no-brainer, right? Like, do we even have to talk about this? Like, people love class quests. What? Like, the only thing I know people hate is that you have to go around the world to do the shower and water quest. And I think that's fun. Like, I've not done it. I think maybe I did it like once, like in OG TBC or something, but like, I think I did all the other ones, right? So, yeah. Like, I just recently did all the other ones, except for that one. And I didn't mind them. I didn't mind going and getting the runes in Sod. So I think it's the kind of person you are, like, you can go and get it when you have your mounts. You can go and do it before then, whatever. Like, who cares if you have the goal or not? Should there be more specific epic quests, like Rock Dalar and blah, 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 blah? Fuck yes. I would say fuck yes. It's super cool. This is Rock Dalar. I don't have this on my Hunter. I want this on my Hunter. It's so cool. Which of the following best describes how you'd like to see changes in Classic Plus or Old Raids? I want to say one thing. Attunements should be spread across. Reps should be spread across. I'm just going to say this. Rep, Molten Core, rep, let me do it on my alt. I don't care. I can do it on the alt, but let me enter Molten Core. You know, whatever. Nox, whatever. Not going there. Let me just enter them. Once I've done them, TK, BT, whatever. Just let me enter them. I don't give a fuck. I would like to see Classic Plus somehow have like a Classic Plus TBC and a Classic Plus Wrath. And I would like to see people be willing to transfer their characters over. I think that'd be something that'd be really cool. I'd be down for that. But like, you can only transfer them after like a year of it being out. And you can be like, oh, I want to put my Classic Plus character to my Classic Plus TBC. You know, that is definitely like, I'm just saying. Maybe I'm crazy here. Okay, let's move on. Which of the following best describes how you'd like to see changes in Classic Plus old raids? I prefer old raids exactly how they are. Easy. Hell yeah. I think it's great that they're easy. Tune the raids needed for changing and player power. Obviously, like, splits, but keep the spirit's original raid. Yeah, I'd say that is more better. But I don't think they need tuning. I think they just need to make harder raids. Like, give us more difficult raids. Don't make, like, the old raids better. Just add more complex mechanics, similar to Season Discovery for fresh challenges. Do all the above, plus add new bosses and areas within them. Yeah, sure. I don't know. Fuck it. Yeah. Should there be new raids? Yes, dude. Yes. But only the stuff that already exists in original Azeroth. Easy, Karazhan, Grim Batol. No. Yes, proposal already exists. There will yes, proposal propose raids that already exist in the world, plus create some new and interesting content like Scarlet Enclave. Apparently Scarlet Enclave is like considered like a really good raid, and I haven't done it because I didn't play Sword past Nomagon. So I would like to see that. I'd actually like to do it. And I don't want to do it in Sword because I think we will do it in Classic Plus, and I hope we do it in Classic Plus because I have to go and play Sword again. Like, fuck. I don't want to play Sword again. I just played it. No, Sword was fun. Sword was fun. I just wish I'd, like, I don't know, I just wish I wasn't so busy with, like, Classic. So should Classic Plus have new playable races? And if so, which of the following categories would be acceptable? Check all that apply. Any race from future war expansions. Other races that are exist in Azeroth. Complete new race never seen before. Keep the original 8. I would say not. Yeah. I would be all for done. You know, a new player race that already exists in Azeroth. Any race from. I wouldn't say any race. New player races. I'd say all the above. Fuck it, whatever. I want to have Dark Iron Dwarves. I just don't want them to be like give them, maybe let them be neutral or let them be Horde only or something. Like, make the lore make sense. Like, if it makes sense for them to be one or the other faction and it's good, and then the other faction gets something cool as well. Like, I want there to be a race where it's like, oh shit, you're playing that race. And I would actually be okay with allowing race change purchases. I'm actually all for it. Like, if you want a race change because your race didn't exist and I leveled as a Night of Hunter and then Draenei came out, I'd be like, I want to play Draenei, of course. Just saying. Should Classic Plus have new classes? I think yes. I think yes, and I'm gonna say why. I think DK and Demon Hunter can be implemented in a certain way. If anything, I think Alliance can have DK. Horde can have DK and Alliance can have Demon Hunters. That would spice shit up so hard, but I'd be down for both, having both, you know, human demon DKs maybe. I know they could add an undead to both sides maybe. I think that'd be kind of cool as well. They'd have to give Horde Blood Elves, so Night Elf and Blood Elf Demon Hunters, and I still think, and I'm actually happy that retail hasn't given everyone Demon Hunter. I think that's cringe. If they do that, I'm gonna just be like, I'll be cringing when I see human or gnome fucking Demon Hunter running around. I'm okay with Gnome DK, Draenei DK, whatever. Sometimes it doesn't make sense, but I'm okay with it. Like, if you can make it make sense, then sure. Like, there shouldn't be so many Blood Elves in the game, but most of the Horde are Blood Elves. Like, the most played race is Blood Elves, but Blood Elves is almost extinct as a race. Like, there basically should be like 200 people playing Blood Elf. They've been reproducing like fucking rabbits. Should Classic Plus have a new class? Have new classes? Let's only add. Ones you're seeing, but also don't know. I would say I'm okay with Monk being in the game, and I'm really okay with Death Knight being in the game. Evoker and Demon Hunter are a bit harder to do. Evoker, I would say no, because of Drakthir, not because of Invoker, and because their models look new. And they would look terrible if they were in vanilla. Like if Invoker, like if Drakthir came out in vanilla, I'd be like, oh, fuck. And they'd be probably really, they'd be like one of the most popular races. Who doesn't like being a fucking dragon? I mean, come on. Death Knights playing as a level 1 Death Knight sounds so cool to me. Like you just run on, you just have like Blood Boil and fucking like Frost Strike for like 10 to 15 levels, and then you finally get like Grip. That'd be fucking amazing. I think vanilla Death Knight would be crazy fun. They'd have to like make all the damage be shit if you have all those abilities. I'm just thinking about like how a level 55 Death Knight and 60 Death Knight plays in like Wrath, like just in Wrath, like in the beginning there. You don't have many talent points, but like you have enough to be a fucking menace. You're like disgustingly overpowered. I'd be all down for it, but I would want to play Blood Tank or Frost Tank if I can. Some versions of Tank. Careful, baby. What? New race? Class colors? Sorry. Should new race? Excuse me. Should new race / class combos be added? I would say yes. Yes. But only stuff within the lore that makes sense and keeps faction and races feeling unique. No, the original combinations are iconic, don't touch them. Yes, allow any race to be any class. See, I would be down for this, except when I think about like a fucking, like I'm okay with like Draenei Rogue, I'm okay with like Tauren Rogue and shit, but it feels really weird. Like I'm okay with a Tauren Paladin now, but it does feel weird. Like it feels really weird. But if there's no way to, like, if we don't add Blood Elf, Tauren is the only thing that makes sense, except for Undead. I would love to see Undead Paladin. I'm all for the Undead Paladin theme. Like, give me that Undead Paladin, dude. Give me that Undead Paladin, dude. I would play the fuck out of that, especially if I have the... Dude, imagine how cool it is seeing the Undead animations. You're like judgmenting, like, you know how Undeads do, like, the metal thing, like, judgment. And then they just hit you with a Divine Storm, bro. My dick is fucking hard already, dude. Give me fucking Paladin, dude. Give me Undead Paladin, dude. Holy shit, I love it. I love it. Hell yeah. I want you to clip that. That should be clipped right there. wait, can I clip it from this? Clip that shit. No. What did I do? Alright, whatever. Whatever, I'll just sort that out later. Fucking. Anyways, I'm like fucking up my Streamlabs. I don't know what like Streamlabs changed, and I'm just like, sure. Install the highlighter app. Okay, can I close this? I don't even know how to close this. Anyways, let's see. Should the Horde have Paladins? The Alliance have Shamans? Listen. I'm gonna say something, right? I'm gonna let you finish. But Draenei have the best booty cheeks of all time, right? I would be tempted to play Alliance just because of Draenei. But yes, Draenei Shaman is super cool. I would play a Dwarf Shaman as well, but at that point I'm just going to play Alliance. I'm just going to play Horde, because whatever they get, I'm going to be okay with playing as a Paladin. If it's Tauren or if it's Undead. I don't think Troll and Orc should get Paladin at all. Just, yeah, it's kind of weird, but I think looking at like an Orc wearing Paladin armor looks cool though, but... Yeah. Like an old dead human who's a Paladin, that'd be super cool. Like imagine doing a class quest as a Undead Paladin. Holy shit, that's like super cool. That being said, also Undead don't take extra damage from holy magic. Like they don't, like nothing in the lore makes them take, like in game wise makes them take more damage. They should though. And they should be dying. Like a Undead Paladin doesn't make sense from a perspective of like it hurts them to cast holy magic already, and then as a paladin you're burning inside, like your living being is holy, so you're kind of like cooking yourself from the inside with that good old like holy magic. So yeah. That being said, should classes be reworked? New abilities and spells, class role combinations, etc. No, vanilla classes have some distinct class fantasies that make each playthrough unique. There should be more of them, but there should be a limit. It shouldn't be like gnome hunters and shit. Like, I don't know. Fuck that. Like, fuck. I don't need to see more gnomes, bro. Less gnomes, if anything. Fuck gnomes. Fuck them. I hate them. They stink. They're short. They're hard to PvP. I hate them. Fuck them. No, but jokes aside, yeah, this is 100%. This needs to be added. Like we need new abilities. We need new spells. Some quality of life, totem, recall, warlock, summoning gates, combo points, persistence. I think that's the one change we need for rogue. That's the one thing I'm only asking for. Maybe and killing spree. Combo point change. Give me a combo point changer. I would love the Wrath talent as well, to be fair. Like, I want just Wrath Liching plus. That's all I want. Yeah. So, persistence, so nice, fix, ain't broke. But don't fix what ain't broke. Some quality lights on. Some new spells, modernize ability, rotation, e.g. Red Paladin. Just don't completely change them. Yes, go crazy with it. I'll say go crazy with it. Fuck it. Go crazy with it. Go crazy with it. I want the crazy shit. I want my class to have like 15 abilities. Nah, okay, give me like you see classic. The problem with classic, the reason I'm choosing go crazy with it is I feel like classic is nice because it is just shadow bolt spam. But if you're just shadow bolt spamming for 10 plus years, there's no longevity. Like yes, it is fun to do that, but not for classic plus. I think for classic plus you need to have some rotation. You need to have like a do this, this, and this. Do this dot, and then weave shadow bolts within. Like Hunter, I think Hunter in TBC is vastly better than Hunter in Vanilla. Hunter in Vanilla is just multi shots, auto multi shots, auto multi shots. You know, weaving in steady shots. Like Hunter needs to have steady shots. It needs to have it, and probably like maybe like changing the energy system might be different. But give us Hunter aspect of the Viper as well. That'd be kind of cool. I'm not gonna play Hunter either way, but it would be cool to have one at that point. Just make it like a high level. We give it like level 40 or something, you know, 50, whatever. Of the following, what is the most important change needed in the raid? Needed to raid buffs in Classic Plus? We want to pick multiple, but only pick your biggest concern. This question refers to 1 hour buffs, not Paladin blessings. We'll ask about raid buffs later. Raid buffs should cost less mana. Raid buffs no longer require reagents. Raid buffs should be single class raid wide. Raid buffs should be combined to multiple classes, like in Wrath. I don't know that one. I'll take those. I think all the other options are like meh. Like Wrath maybe a little bit too much, you know. I like that certain classes have like unique buffs. I like, you know, you bring a shaman, that's enhancement, and you spec properly, like you can have like a better strength of earth totem, you know. Should talent specialization be reworked? Absolutely. I want to see rework classes across the board. Somewhat, but only in a light touch. I want to see I'm okay with this one, but I want to see this one, you know. Should a 4th new talent specialization be added for classes like Guardian Druid and Tank Shaman, etc.? Yes, but limited to hybrid classes with rules that then gets fleshed out. Definitely give everyone something new and look forward to trying. I'll be okay with this one. I mean, this one makes more sense, but so should every specialization be competitive in both PvE and PvP? I think to some degree. I don't think it should be competitive. I think it should be like there's clearly a top dog. There's always going to be a top dog, and it should be depending on the set, the tier, the whatever, you know. Like, are you gonna be like losing to warriors still? I don't mind that. Like, let warriors be the best DPS, but it'd be fun if they like lost. Like after Nax, something else gets stronger. You know. Whatever. That being said, yes. No, in most cases, vanilla hybrid shouldn't perform. No, hell no. Yes, every section should be by false scenarios. No, not every section needs to be specifically perfectly reliable. Overturning PvP balance could break PvP, vice versa. Yes. That's classic. Yes, but vanilla however don't perform well in PvE instead of healing. Those classes could use a bit more love. I would say yes. Just make them all viable. I don't see why they can't be. I think there's like some beauty in like classes being shit. Like there is some beauty in like, I don't know, like a druid just being worse than a rogue, a feral druid being worse than a rogue. But it's like worse at what, everything? Because if they're both just single target classes, which they both are, then it should just be a matter of like what kind of damage output are they doing? Because like one is a bleeder, you know, very methodical, which is rogue. Which is feral druid, and the other one is like button mash, you know. And I'm playing rogue, but I like feral druid because it was kind of methodical. But I would rather have feral druid be the AoE bleeder, and rogue be the single targets, or something, you know. Like some version of rogue is good at PvP, some version of rogue is, you know, and feral just be like the all-rounder bleeder, you know. Like if you can rotate your bleeds and have great energy, like you should be rewarded for keeping your bleeds up and then rotating them really well, you know. Should dual specialization, I mean, come on, do we have to argue this? Like, if anything, don't even add dual specialization, just give us a spec for each like tree, or even give us the retail version where we have like, but just make it cost more gold. Like for every, like you can have, let's say 5 slots, or like 2 slots per spec or something. So you can have a PvP sub, PvE sub, you know, whatever. Let people just have fun. Let people play what they want. Let people try new things. Let people try new builds. Like, yes, you're committed to playing that thing. Maybe like have it so you can't switch mid-raid or something. You have to go back. Like, let it be like some kind of punishment, but allow you to at least purchase it and then like have it as a slots. Like if it's a goal sync reason, I don't give a fuck. Like goal is gonna I sound like a fucking old man. I am pretty old now. I was watching some clips of me when I was like 2019 and I was like, holy shit, I look young. New professions added. I'm not against it. I mean, new profession sounds awesome. Like, I have no opinion on it. Like, someone's gonna use it. I'm gonna think it's cool, and I have no opinion on it, to be honest with you. We can talk about professions later. Should professions be updated to have more endgame relevance, e.g., new recipes and stuff? I would say make professions more relevant. Yes, sure, why not? And if I can touch on it, I don't like that they're too good. I feel like you should be rewarded for, you know, leveling your blacksmithing up and getting a cool ass axe or one-handed thing or a cool sharpening stone that makes your weapon extra sharp, so you do plus 25 more damage instead of plus 15 more damage or whatever, and you should be the only person that use that sharpening stone, or an engineer that has like all the freaking tools in his bag and he can just have mining, you know, blah 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 blah, and maybe you could sell them, or a version of them like the gnomish army knife. Just always have those be, you know, make it harder maybe to like make them, maybe not like Wrath of the Lich gnomish army knife, maybe be like they're all the tools but there's like a cooldown. Just give people like a little thing to like have their daily kind of, like, it's a 24-hour or 48-hour cooldown, but it's super good and you need a lot of good resources to make it, but it's like you're making money off of it. Like, I think that's fine, you know. I think that's completely fine, like those kind of things. But yeah, I'll be all for it. There's like the one thing I have no opinion on, like if it's a new profession, should it be added? What, if they're making a glyph system somehow where it gives you new abilities, then yes, I think that would be cool. So I'll be down for that. But in reality, if they don't add it, or if they add it, you know, I think like Season Discovery, like runes could have been glyphs in a profession, just like somehow. But it's like, it's a lot to think about. I can get into that more in the professions video. So yeah, if you like this kind of content, I'm gonna just end the survey here. If you like this kind of content, feel free to you know, subscribe. You can come and check me out at twitch.tv/rareentry with 3s instead of e's, so it's R3AR3 and TRY, right? See the somewhere here on the bottom of the camera. And yeah, we'll knock these two out. Quests and leveling survey. We'll do this one, but and I will let's see, surveys. We'll do the intro. We'll name this one dungeon survey, intro survey. We need to redo this one. I don't want to make this video too long. It's already half long. So thank you for watching this. Thank you for sticking around. Sorry for my kid in the back. I mean, she's home for summer. And I hope you guys enjoy Classic Plus. Like, if you like any of these ideas, want to share them around, you just want to talk, I'm looking forward to talking with everyone in the comment section. I'm in my stream. Keep me active. Keep me live. I'll probably do some 24-hour streams. I'm pretty crazy as a gamer. I'm always down to play with people, level together, etc, etc, etc. I'll show you guys my character real quick as well, so if you guys want to see. So I'm playing on Spine Chatter. If you guys want to pop in, say hello. If you see me in game, probably won't be catching me in game because I am kind of raid loggy currently. But it's so weird, if you don't click on it, it kind of doesn't load. Is it just my account that does this? And yeah, this is your boy Rare. These are my characters. My Grand Marshal character here. Chami. Yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Hope you guys have a good one. Also remember, for the Horde, Horde better on this alliance. Get Paladins only. Then I'll have to think about it. That being said, I look forward to doing more of the survey stuff with you guys. We'll do the lore survey maybe next. I don't know how much more I can add to lore. Like, I'm not really... I like the lore. I know a lot about the lore. But I'm looking forward to doing a raid survey and stuff. If you guys want a specific survey to be done next, you can comment it and I'll look at the comments. First comment to get like maybe 10 likes or whatever. If that's what people want, I'll do that survey next. But comment it fast because the next video is coming out really soon. But yeah, that's it for me. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Have a good one.